Okay, awesome. How's everybody doing? Dana's just busy. She'll be on soon. So I'm going to start with all the welcomes to the team. We had a lot of new people this month. Welcome Shauna, Hope, Louise, Melinda, and Ale. Welcome to the team and the family. And then so many promotions, you guys, like, oh my goodness. So we have 2 fast trackers to VF, 3, Chantel and Natasha and Dana. And then so many VFQs getting their bonuses. Lisa, Michelle, Caitlin, Melanie, Beverly, Janelle, and Dana. Like, holy Dana, you had a rockin' month. And then our newest sales coordinator, Janelle, with your $1,000 bonus. Congratulations, girl. So first I want to point out that regionals is coming up super, super quick. It's in like, what, 2 weeks? So try really, really hard to be at these. Like, if you're having any doubts, these set you back on fire and get you really ignited and excited about doing things. And Sarah is one that I'm very excited to hear her call or her talk. And Brett too, he's a chiropractor and a doctor, and Deb Richmond will be there on Saturday morning too, and she's the newest NMD in Manitoba. If you have a chance, go into YouTube and watch her NMD speech. It is absolutely beautiful. She took 20 years to reach NMD, so if you ever feel like you're struggling, just keep going, because you can always get there. So I'm not going to go right through the startup meeting because the internet is just shifty out here, and that'll just suck up way too much. But know that there is a website called teamsynergyinspires.com, and in there's a startup meeting. And it just talks about your first steps, and it's got a few really good videos to watch. So go and check out that site, and it's also got a whole, like, it's got everything in there possible. It's got a whole roadmap of how to get to NMD. It's got tons of videos linked in there. You see everybody in our team and in our upline. So make sure you check out that site, Team Synergy Inspires. And then Bev wanted to talk a little bit about being organized, and I'm going to see if I can make technology work for me and share my other screen. So how I stay organized is on this. Can you see this website? Somebody wave if you can see the websites. Oh no, I don't think they see the website. Yeah? Perfect. Okay, so this website is missiondrivenmodel.info. It has so much stuff in here. So what I use to stay organized with my customers is in this creating the best customer experience, and I create a customer profile. So this just, and then it's got a few different checklists and stuff on here. And then I'll write on the back, extra notes about people. And then I store it in a binder, I go month by month. And then when I look at my reports each month for who's going to be shipping out that month, I'll move them into that month. That's how I run my binders, a month-to-month basis. So that's how I keep track of my customers and know when to follow up and kind of what people got on it for. It looks better when you're calling them back if you're asking them about what they actually got on this for. Try and go back. And then recruiting, that seemed to be like the main question that everybody kind of has. How do you recruit? So I'm gonna try my damnedest to play a video that kind of is what I do. I really avoid talking about the business so much. Sorry, I'm not very technically smart here. I try not to say Juice Plus a lot in my things. I will more talk about the team aspect of what we're doing here. So I'm going to play this video from Tanya Eliza. Like, really everything I find and all the info that I learned that's gotten me this far is on YouTube. Like, I just fill my brain with YouTube all the time. There's so many people that have done it before us that know how to do it. So just find your favorite people. And if you're having a hard time finding people, I have tons of people that I follow.
Name in your network marketing team? Well, if you do.
Can you hear her speaking?
Well, that's awesome. I'm going to show you in this video how to use that team name in your prospecting to create more interest when it comes to your products and services. And if you don't, I'm going to share with you in this video how to create a really good team name so you can create the curiosity and interest when you're out prospecting on social media or in the cold market when it comes to promoting your products and services and getting people interested in what it is that you're doing. So stay tuned. My name is Tanya Eliza, and I help entrepreneurs and network marketers create success faster while most importantly designing a lifestyle that you love. So if you're new here, consider subscribing because I release a brand new training video and free resource for your business every single week. So why the heck do you need a good team name in your network marketing team or in your company? And this is one of the most important things that I've recently learned how to kind of do and use when we're prospecting out in the cold market or on social media to amplify interest in what it is that we're doing. Now, if you have followed my videos, you know that I'm all about branding. And I talk about not branding your network marketing company, I talk about branding you, because people join people, not corporations or companies. And have you ever noticed that the people that are really successful in the company that you might be in are because they have influence or because people look up to them, and when they say, hey, take a look at this, people are like, okay, let's take a look at this. Now, it all has to do with influence and branding. And one of my favorite resources to understanding how important personal branding is if you're trying to build a big business out in the marketplace, especially nowadays, is the brand called You. I don't know if you guys have read this book, but it's literally one of my favorites, and it gives you a really clear picture of why you should be branding you and not your company name or your logo or anything weird like that. This is a book by Peter Montoya. I'll leave a link in the resource section above or below this video in the description box. So you can go and take a look at this and check it out on Amazon. But I saw Peter speak a keynote speech at one of our latest events that we went to, and he was absolutely amazing. I would have paid tens of thousands of dollars for that keynote speech that he did for an hour. And immediately after, I picked up his book and I read it and I read it again. I've actually read it twice. It is literally one of the best books when it comes to learning why you should be building a personal brand if you really, really want to sell a lot of your products and services. Okay, so enough about the book. Let's talk about your team name, okay? That has a lot to do with it. But basically, today we're going to be talking about your network marketing team name. And in every episode of Tanya Eliza TV, I like to equip you with a powerful resource that you can download for free and you can use in your business. If you already have a team name that's really awesome, do you have a mission statement attached to it? Or do you even have a team name that's going to serve you in your prospecting? Now, if you do or you don't, you might really like today's episode's freebie that we have going for you. So I've created this really cool worksheet with some great questions. And this worksheet is called my Team Branding and Mission Statement Worksheet to help you create the most interest and long-term vision for your team. So I want you to download this. You can pick it up on my blog free, TanyaEliza.com/57download, the number 57 download. We'll leave a link for you in the description box above or below this video, depending on where you're watching this video. Go there, you'll go to the blog, and then below the video on the blog, there'll be a big yellow button right below the video. You click the button, you'll get the worksheet. You can download it, you can use it. But basically, I'm going to help you design the best team name so that it serves you in your prospecting. It's not just like this floofy, awesome name. It's something that actually serves you when you use it in your prospecting to create interest to help you sell more of your products and services. So make sure that you pick that up so you can follow along in this video today. So there's 3 reasons why a team name in your network marketing team is really important. Number 1, it unifies your team, especially if you have a team mission attached that you guys are all a part of. So it builds community, it builds unity. And number 2, because you have that unity, people actually feel like they're a part of something bigger than themselves. So it's really important to have that team name for the unity, but then also make them feel like they're a part of something bigger than themselves, and it gives them purpose being a part of your team. And the 3rd reason why you want to have a really strong, good team name is because you can use it in your prospecting. And that's what we're going to be talking about in this video. So you want to understand the power of having a good team name. And you might be thinking, well, Tanya, why can't I just use my company name, right? The reason why you do not want to use your company name is because there's nothing unique about it. There's tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands, sometimes millions of people, distributors, doing the same thing as you, and there's no difference between you and everybody else kind of promoting or doing the same thing. So you never want to use your company name in your business cards, if you still use business cards, that's another video, or webinars, or your profile, or anything like that. You want to leave curiosity on the table so people ask you, hey, what's this about? Tell me more. And if you have your company name plastered all over everything, they can just go and Google your company name, and sometimes they might find great stuff. Maybe they'll find not so great stuff. We all know how that goes, right? And also they might find another person to buy or join. So you never want to use your company name. You want to create curiosity, and you want people asking you, hey, what is that all about? You said on your profile that you work for or you're a part of so-and-so, whatever the team name is. I'll give you some good ideas. And you're going to have them start the conversation with you, because if they go and Google your team name, chances are they're not going to really find any information on that. So if you use that worksheet that I give you and you design, a very curiosity-driven team name, it's really cool.
So she's kind of salesy, but I like her idea of using this like the team name more than Juice Plus, and that's what I've been doing in the last couple months, and it's really been working for recruiting, because people, like, why I started this in the beginning is people are craving a tribe and craving friends and groups again, and that's really what we have created here. So that's kind of what I go with when people ask about the business, when they say, what's the business side? I say, well, I am part of this like amazing group of ladies and a guy, and hopefully we'll get more of them, and we do fun things. We go out for dinner and we get together, and we help each other out, achieve our goals, and we're all striving just to have a better life for us and our kids. And that really seems to resonate with everybody, because all of us want a better life and we all want better for our children. So that's kind of where I go, and she's totally right. Like, people can Google Juice Plus and they can find all sorts of shit. So you don't always want to give people that kind of lead in. You want to be the one giving them the right information and the right spots, and sending them to the right spot. So that I want to talk about for the ones who haven't seen this yet, safeyoutube.net. This is a website. So when you find a video that you like to use on YouTube, like I find videos and I'll save them into my notes in my phone, ones that I really like, and then when people ask me a question, I'll find one that relates to what they're asking about, and I'll send it to them. But I always send it in a safe YouTube link, because this sends it they only get the video, so they don't get any related videos. Like, there's no spam on the sides, so they don't have that Juice Plus is a scam thing showing up on the side. So make sure you're trying to use that. I'm just going to try and go back. So that's really my thing for recruiting. And be passionate. So that goes into the next thing, is your 3 beliefs. Like, I'm going to probably talk about this in every call that we do, because it's really the keys to everything. When you're feeling like you're stuck in something and you can't reach the next level, or you're not getting customers, or you can't get the close, it's because you're lacking in one of these beliefs. And there's tons of ways to grow your beliefs. So the product is obviously, make sure you're using your product and taking your capsules every day. And it doesn't mean you have to use every single product in our line. Like, you don't all have to buy a Tower Garden. But if you're interested in selling them, go and visit one of us on the team that has one. Get to know it. It doesn't mean you have to use everything. It doesn't mean you have to buy everything either. If I get bars in, I'm happy to give you guys a try, so then you know what you're talking about. It doesn't mean you have to buy everything, but just get familiar with the products. But of course, make sure you're taking your capsules every day, because that is the key to what we're doing, right? And then belief in the business. And it doesn't just mean the Juice Plus business, which our business is absolutely incredible. If you go and learn about it, we're 40 years old. We have $14 billion in profitable sales. We're still only owner owned. So that means there's nobody who has profit shares in our business. It can't ever go away with the market. Your check is going to show up, because we have no debt and have never had any debt. And we have amazing standards, and our research is impeccable. So not only that, our company is amazing, but then get belief in the network marketing business because it's pretty incredible. So I encourage you to go to YouTube and watch some NMD speeches, especially Juanita Franklin's. Me and Mom were just watching it before we started this and we were crying. So go and watch a couple of those and just explore. There's tons of people, John Holowati, Katie Ravy, Emma Sneddon, Lauren Berry. There's tons and tons of people who have succeeded in this business and tons of other businesses. And then watch Eric Worre. If you have not read GoPro or listened to the audiobook, that is a must for this business. You have to listen to those. And I've listened to it probably 3 times in my 10 months in being in this. And when I re-listen to it, it's when I'm having a slump in my business. And when I'm done it, that's when I have a boom in my business. So make sure you are reading that book. And watch the videos. He puts out great content on marketing, network marketing. And there's also a series in his YouTube channel called A Better Way. Watch some of those. They are so inspirational because really, this is a better way. I never ever expected this to be what it has become. And it's only going to get better. So I've got the vision, and you have to too, and that's really the key to it. So there's tons and tons of resources out there for you to absorb and catch the vision. Just go out there and seek them. And then belief in you. Like, really, this is a personal growth journey disguised as a business. Roll with the punches and do some deep soul searching and learning about yourself. Use resources like Tony Robbins. I can't think of who else right now, but he's a great resource. There's tons and tons of things out there, but if you're having trouble moving forward, you need to work on one of these beliefs, and growing you is always a good thing. I'm definitely not the same person that I was 10 months ago. I definitely wouldn't have been talking on this and recording it and putting it up, or doing in-home events with 10 people or more. Like, you will never be the same person you were when you started this business. And then the resources are endless. So there's a post in our Team Hustle and Heart page with resources that I like to use. Go and search that up if you're not already tagged in it. But really, there's never an excuse to not have an answer in this business. There are resources like you wouldn't believe, but you have to be resourceful. So just make sure that you're going out there and looking for things, and you're putting a good effort into finding these things yourself. I don't want that to sound harsh, but you want to be able to duplicate this business, right? And teach others how to do what you've done. So you want to be able to know where to find these things so that you can tell others. And then events is really, a key to our business. Every month that I have an event is a good month. So really try and set at least a couple events each month. They don't always have to be an in-home big thing. You can do Facebook parties, you can do Zoom events like this, or Facebook Live events. Or you can have in-home parties. People are just loving the salad parties, and the smoothie parties are going over really well too. And recently I linked up with a girl who sells oils, and she had a party with my people, and then she came out with her friends and I did a party for them. So that was a really great thing. And I think the oils really collaborate great together, so it's really nice. So just look at people like that, but make sure that it's a company that's going to share kind of the same values and isn't going to overstep anything. I don't want to company bash, but I had a couple friends that do Arbonne, and then I did think about collaborating with them, but they have a lot of nutritional products that are kind of the same avenue as ours. So I would kind of stay away from a company that has something like that. But I think it's a really good thing if you can find somebody who's got a home-based business, collaborate with them and share your customer bases, because we can't reach everybody. And then I just want to take a moment to talk about the compensation plan, because it is pretty rocking. So everybody, no matter who you are, a doctor, a lawyer, a stay-at-home mom, a nurse, doesn't matter, we all start as a distributor for $50 a year, and that gets us everything we need to run our business. And then once you get 500 points, which everything comes with a points value, and that can all be found in our website. I made this book for myself. I went into the resources in our virtual office. Can you see my mother jumping on the trampoline back there? Anyways, I went into the virtual office and printed these off out of the resources. And these are like my Bibles. I go off this thing. So the PPP points are all in this column here, and this is the Juice Plus product price sheet. So print this out. This is like the key to everything. So to reach DD, you need 500 points. That is super easy. That's your family and 2 other families. 4 of you have 2 people on Trio Gummies. That's 2 people. And you have your 500 points and you're at DD, and that gets you 6% more commission. So when you start, we'll use the trio as an example, you get $37 per trio profit. Once you reach DD, that goes up to $51.13. So that's a pretty big jump just for getting 3 orders. So that is the key to your first step. And then you want to focus on fast tracking to VF. That means you want to get 2,500 points in 30 days. And your 500 points are included in that 25. So now you only need 2,000 more points. And that doesn't just have to be done by you, that can be done by teammates. So this is when you want to start thinking about getting other people to join this mission with you. And then their points are going to go towards you, and you're going to help them succeed like you are. You're going to teach them what you know, and you just keep duplicating that. So you want to get those 2,500 points. It might seem a lot, but if you think about it, if you get 2 or 3 other people to get to DD, that's 500 points each, and those points are all going to go towards you. So it really isn't impossible. Don't think about it as a scary thing. When you break it down, these are all super achievable goals. And then the next bonus you can get is VFQ, which means you want to, in the 2 months after you get your VF, you want to qualify your business, which means you want 1,000 points, PVC points. So in your orange box in your virtual office, that is the top line. So you want that to be 1,000 points at the end of each month, which just really means that you have a strong business and you have a good customer base and you're doing good duplication. And then the company rewards you for that. And then the next thing you want to work on is sales coordinator, which is a very nice bonus. Congratulations again, Janelle. And that is a $1,000 bonus for reaching that in 100 days or 120 days from VF, or $500 bonus for 160 days from VF. And that means you have 2 fast tracking people, fast tracking VFs underneath you, and 8,000 accumulated points within your whole team. So don't get scared at the 8,000 points. Again, if you have 2 fast trackers, that's 3,000 points right there. 2 fast trackers, that's 5,000 points right there. You already have 2,500 points from getting to VF, so you just need 500 more points. So really, if you break all these things down, they are very achievable. And then the position that I'm at right now is senior sales coordinator. And how you get there is by helping 2 people fast track to VF, which you've done as a sales coordinator. And then you want to help 1 person fast track to sales coordinator. And then you are in the leadership position, and you are at senior sales coordinator, and you're just earning a little more each month. You're getting a few more bonuses, and you're just 1 more step to NMD. So that's kind of how our marketing plan works. It is an unbelievable marketing plan, and if you learn it well and you learn how to use the resources that this company provides you, you can do amazing things with this company. And well, I said it in a training the other day at work because I got a little mad at this trainer guy, and I announced it there. But I'm planning to leave my nursing position. I'm not going to lose my nursing license. I'm going to do enough hours just to keep my license. But I'm going to leave my job in December because of this company. So things are really possible with this company. Just find your beliefs, find your vision, and you can go very, very far here. So that is the end of what I have prepared here. Does anybody have anything they want to add? You have to unmute yourself, I think, if you want to talk. Do you have a fun jump? I did.
Shauna was asking you a question. Did you see it?
Oh, no. I have a couple people who have Crohn's and are on it, and they absolutely rave about it. And in teamcampbell.net or teamjp.net, there'll be tons of info about celiac disease in there. I personally don't have anybody with celiac disease on it, but the Crohn's ladies are raving about it, and I know there's tons of info on those sites about it. Anybody else got anything to add or any questions about anything? Thanks everybody for hopping on. There's lots of us on here. I'm just gonna
I
stop.
have no friends. I
Yeah.
can't find team.
Get out there and start talking to people. Groups on Facebook too. Like I'm not very good at it, but I'm trying to like be active in groups. Find ones you like with interests you have already, and just try and be active in them. And then once you make friends in there, start talking to those people. Branch out in different places. And I don't know, try and put your head up in more places. It's still scary, but I'm trying. I just try not to walk with my
I
head.
had to phone a random, sorry, I had to phone a random stranger tonight to explain Juice Plus to her. A friend recommended her, so that's why I was late tonight, because I was on with her and she bought a trio.
Well, that's a very exciting reason to be late.
That's awesome.
And it's just
So yeah,
one step at a time. I don't know. As long as you're growing and getting better every day than you were yesterday, they're gonna come. Like it didn't. The boom will come, and when it comes, it's just not gonna stop. So really,
planting seeds.
my thing is just I'm just trying to put my head up more and talk to people that I would have never talked to. Like when I go to the mall, I try and talk to the girls that are working at the till at the mall. And I'll ask them, are you going to school? What are you doing? Do you like this job? And there's lots of people that that I watch on YouTube that talk about doing that. Adam Westwick, I think, from Australia, from the Australia team, he got NMD in 10 months or something crazy just from talking to people at stores he would go to. He barely did anything online. So just watch different videos and watch other people and learn their
It's easy
skills.
to get people to talk to you if you smile. If you approach with a smile and say hi, that opens up that conversation and it can take you further.
Mhm. And be enthusiastic about it too. Make sure when you're sharing it that you're listen to a bumping song on the way, jump a little when you get out of the car before you go and talk to that person, but make sure you're really, really amped up, a good state when you're going to talk to somebody. Because if you're like, oh yeah, I take this stuff, it's feel good, they're not gonna want to. So try and just be really excited about it. That's what lots of people tell me is I've seen other people do it, but you're so passionate about it. That's why I've chosen to go. So just make sure that your passion is really out there and you're showing it. Is that your crying, Hannah? Caitlin? Oh, she's frozen now.
Did they want to see my finale?
Do you want to see her finale on the trampoline, she says? I don't feel like working really. So.
Absolutely.
No, don't encourage her.
Backflip, please.
Okay, I'm going to end this before she does that. So thanks everybody for hopping
That's what
on.
Juice Plus can do.
Hey, Steph,
Yeah,
how does it feel to be SSC?
it's pretty crazy.
Yeah, way to go.
Thanks. They called this morning and they all yell on the phone and say congratulations. And
Really?
yeah, it's pretty exciting.
Awesome.
Oh my God, so happy for you.
Yeah, it's pretty neat. I get to book the flights and everything for Montreal.
Holy smokes, that's crazy.
It's going to be an exciting call in June, ladies, after that.
You're going to be so pumped you won't sleep.
I know, it's going to be exciting. And I think me and Laura are going to stay in Montreal for a couple extra days, too.
That would be awesome.
Mm-hmm.
You guys should. Aw, so happy for you guys.
Well, next year you guys will all be there.
Woohoo!
That would be so fun.
Okay, I'm going to end this now. So everybody have a good night. Thanks for hopping on.